I
just
don't deny it, but I don't I try not to, glorify it.
mhm, okay. Um, I want to talk about something that you said. You said that you believe that if Nadia would have spoken to you that night, that you probably wouldn't have taken that man hostage, and then, ultimately that resulted in his death. But do you think
Mhm.
that it is a reasonable escalation from someone not having a conversation with you to you kidnapping someone?
Well, it definitely would be if you didn't know the whole story.
What do you mean? Can you explain?
Well, this all pretty much starts with the tow trucking. She um she bullied us out. She tried to bully us out of the tow trucking company. She she would threaten us to take our ads down. She would hire people to come after us. Um, and then also she shot down one of our close friends in truckers. And then basically it went on for a while, and we wanted to talk to her and squash it, and whatever beef there was. And that's what I was going over there that night to talk to her about it.
Did you seek out any help from law enforcement about all of these issues that you were having? Or were these talks primarily between the two trucking companies, I guess?
We would at times we would try to talk to the police, but also at the time, anytime we would have any dealings or talk to the police, we would somehow get called snitches, and the whole city basically would call us snitches and not want to talk to us. And so as much as we did try to cooperate, we could only do it to a certain extent because we started getting a lot of heat from many different groups around the city.
Okay.
And also I believe that she probably has influence more than we did at the time. And it was a whole real terrible thing that happened. Long series of events that ended with Billy, really, and it should have never went down like that.
Mhm. And this, well, I'm just looking at this, looking at your restraining order.
The guy that she had, the guy that worked for us for fucking truckers towing, his name was Slab Sampson. He went on to become, I guess, a cop. I just, I've seen him. I saw him in the DOC, and then later on, I saw him as a cop.
Mhm.
She had him shot down because he was towing, and the reason I know that, okay, is
Mhm.
because her hitman, the one that pulled the trigger on Slap Sampson, met me in jail and is a lifer and doing life in jail for crimes related to Nadia. And also, I could also, I just remembered this.
Mhm.
Jasper happened to be in the vicinity when Slap got shot by Nadia's hitman. That hitman's in jail for life. He has since admitted to me and to the police that he, in fact, did do all the hits for Nadia, including other hits. And he told me that. Now, that just happened recently in jail. Like, I met him and I found out that it was him and that, he was the one that worked for Nadia and he did all the hits and everything. He was basically her henchman.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
there's a
Oh,
lot to kinda
yeah.
unpack there.
Oh, yeah. There's tons.
Yeah, okay. let's try to keep it kind of focused. I was just looking at the restraining order because it still seems to be active. It was just filed on the 27th. So, just as a precautionary measure, if you were to be released, you would still be held underneath this restraining order, protective order for her. And you were served with this, I'm assuming, because it is attached to your
Wait, what?
your record.
No.
You don't know? Okay.
I was never served with a restraining order. What the hell? I didn't know that.
Yeah, yourself and the other two in relation to this murder of Billy Blaze got a protection order, against you. So the three of you together are not able to be within 300 feet of Nadia's tow jobs and Nadia herself. So you're to remain 300 feet away from the victim, their home, job, school, and vehicles that you're aware of. You're prohibited from calling, texting, emailing, stalking, attacking, hitting, or disturbing her. That was signed by a different judge, not me, but...
Well, can you say that one more time? Because I was never served with this. I have no idea about what's going on here.
Yeah, can someone get him a copy and send it to him?
I will send one immediately.
Okay, yeah, I'll get that afterwards. That's fine. I could read it and stuff. You don't have to repeat it. Thank you, though.
No problem.
Now, that's the first time I heard about it.
I need to make sure that everyone is aware of that because it is a lawful order. It was signed by a lawful judge. So it is still active. They're active for at least 90 days. She can re-up it at that time. But you'll have to mind it, or else you'll be found, in violation of a protective order. So you could be facing more jail time for that, and those increase in time the more that the restraining order is violated. So that's something that would have been explained to you, should have been explained to you. So if we could also try to figure out why he wasn't served, but it exists against him on his NDT profile, that would be, if we could. That might be a judge problem. It could very well be that the judge did not tell the lawyer who submitted it that he needed to do that. And then in that case, I will handle my half of that. So I will speak to the judge if Mr. Tremblay,
I will speak to the lawyer.
Thank you. Perfect. Okay. So back on track. Let me see if I had any other questions for you. I don't want to dwell too much on this Nadia stuff other than you will have to remain away from her, in case you see her or wherever, whatever. I don't even know what this is. I don't know if this is like a recognized business or if this is like a kind of like a self-employment business. I don't know. It's a bit difficult, right? Because of the nature of the business. And I think that's something that should have been thought about by the judge who signed this order. Because if it's a towing business, it's a mobile business. And how do you know to be away from a mobile business? Or how can one reasonably be expected to, stay away from a mobile business? But
well, yeah, I could just tell you that I could definitely probably see that being a problem in the future, only because of the things that you have mentioned. But I can guarantee you that if I were to ever run into her inadvertently, or not run into her but like see her in passing or be driving by, I would never like stop, say anything. I would just see it, turn the opposite way, and go the other way, and not say anything or interact or anything.
All right, that would be perfect. And you'll see it on there. They outline what no contact provisioning means. So, what you basically can't talk to her. You can't text her. You can't tweet at her. Don't comment on social media.
Can I get one on her? Because I feel like that she's more of a danger to me. I just want to be left alone.
These are things you and I can talk about, Pookie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will explain the restraining order.
All right.
Awesome. Okay. So, let's see if I had anything else. This is like a lot nicer, I will tell you, than the other parole hearing I had to do. It was quite extensive. I will ask, let me see. I wrote your name down so I could remember. Bryce and Melara, Albright and Adler.
Yes.
Do you have any additional conditions of release that would be outside of the normal parameters for someone who was being paroled. For instance, the last person that we had on parole, we required them to be under a supervision period of about 6 weeks, and that they had to meet once a week. They had to complete a bunch of community service tasks. I think it was like 240 or some odd, some amount per week, which is just kind of, I mean, people usually do get a parole officer, but it was just like the specifics of the amount of time that was kind of up in the air on that one. Are you officially requesting anything like that pending his release?
I believe having him check in every week would be very beneficial to make sure he's staying on the right path. Make sure
Okay, but
he's,
for what
you know.
period of time?
Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes, we'll go with 6 weeks, Your Honor.
So basically, like the same outline as
Yeah.
before. This is pretty common practice, pretty standard. Let me see.
Can I talk to my lawyer just for 1 second?
Yeah, you can.
Um,
So were you just then, Bryce, are you guys going to be requesting a standard release, or do you have anything else that you want to put on for him? You can think of it at this time, as far as parole restrictions, conditions.
You said, did we have any other conditions, Your Honor?
I don't see
Mhm.
that, and if
Do you have
Um,
any, or are you just looking for basically
you can stand at the bench
a
over
I
there.
think-
parole agreement standard?
Just having him check in and making sure he is doing well would be good. Obviously under the understanding that it is parole, and if he does mess up, he could end up back in prison.
I think that everybody understands that when
Yeah.
one commits a crime, you have the opportunity to go back to prison. So
Well, you
think
know what
that's
I
pretty
mean.
fair,
but
standard.
can
It
we
was
be a
kinda
little
redundant.
clear on like the crime? Like what about a misdemeanor or the type of misdemeanor? Like
Yeah, I need to alter my outline here, but yeah, I'll go over basically with you what you'll be able to do as misdemeanors and such. Which I don't like to say it that way. What you'll be able to do, you should not do crime. If that's
No, I'm not going to
abundantly
try.
clear, okay, all right. But it's, you know, things happen. I understand that things happen. But some of these things have changed. Like I'm looking here, and you don't have a maximum sentence time anymore. But I think I will keep it in here. It's a penalty for you. Basically, it goes without saying, everyone is expected to obey the law. So if at any point you happen to get arrested at any time for any reason, you have to report to your parole officer that you've been arrested. And in these circumstances, the way that we have been doing it is just making the state attorney's office your parole officers. Okay, so any person who is a state attorney for the state San Andreas will be your parole officer. It could be Bryce and Malari that are already here, or they can determine that there is someone more appropriate to take it. But basically, anything that happens, you need to be checking in with the state attorney's office as your parole officer, right?
Yep.
So you have to do that within 48 hours. So if you get arrested on a Friday, you better let them know within 2 days that you got arrested before they look it up and see it themselves, basically. Okay.
I got you.
When you're charged with a crime, you're going to automatically receive a harsher punishment than usual due to your parole status. And that's just as encouragement to keep you doing the right thing for the duration of your parole, which the prosecution has requested to be a 6-week period of time. So for the next 6 weeks, if you're charged with a felony, you're going to be held until trial with a lawful judge of the state of San Andreas, and your parole status will be up for review again. So that means it could go away, because we're talking about a first-degree murder. So if you commit a felony, we're going to put you back in prison, and we're going to talk about your parole again to see what the felony was, how extreme, if it's more of a capital crime, etc. So you got to be really, really good for 6 weeks, okay? If you're charged with a misdemeanor, you will automatically be served with a maximum sentence time of 180 months, in addition to being charged 5 times the normal amount of fine of that crime. So if you get picked up again for misdemeanor or Xanax, You're going to be going for 180 months. You will be serving 5 times the amount of fine for misdemeanor possession of Xanax, just as an example.
I understand.
Okay. So you can only accumulate up to 2 misdemeanors while you're out on parole. So you can get 2 misdemeanors and report that to the state attorney's office in your 6-week period of time. If you get more than 2, then you're going to be back up for review. Okay.
Okay. All right. I got it.
Okay. So I'm going to basically outline a supervision strategy, directives for you. It is kind of up in the air about your residency because you don't have a place to stay. I assume you have some free government housing over on Alta, but you know.
Yeah, I have that, and I got an RV.
Oh, okay. So I'll outline something about your residency. If you move from your apartment and if you need to move the location of your RV due to, like, I don't know, you found a cheaper spot to stay at, or you're going to go up north for a couple of weeks, you need to let your parole officer know within 48 hours. We would request that you try to find employment while out. So, I mean, just to keep them aware of the fact that you are trying to contribute to society in a meaningful way, you know. I'm not telling you gotta clean up your acts and become, you know, a doctor or something, but just being able to show your parole officers that, you know, you've made some lawful money doing lawful things. I don't care if it's delivering pizza or selling hot dogs or recycling, right? As long as you're making an income and you're able to speak to that, and you're not you know, being a vagrant, I think that that's okay.
Okay.
Absolutely no drugs. I know that you've been clean for 40 years. So you will be subject to random drug tests from the state attorney's office. You need to pass. Okay?
Alrighty.
Okay. And they'll be checking on you. They don't have to do it every week, but they need to do it, you know, a couple of times during your parole period. Your supervision.
Is weed a drug?
It's a legal drug.
So I cannot not smoke weed?
You can smoke weed. You can smoke
okay.
weed. You can smoke
Okay.
weed. You just cannot be in excess of the legal amount of joints on your person, okay? As a felon, you may not own, possess, purchase, receive, sell, or transport any firearms or ammunition, explosive devices, or dangerous weapons. Otherwise, while you are on parole, until you are expunged, you may never do so again.
No, I don't like guns. Non-violence, non-violence.
Okay. Also applies to weapons, which could be makeshift weapons as well: baseball bats, broken bottles, brass knuckles, those kinds of things. You are allowed to be in possession of tools if you're using them as a tool. When you transpose that to use it as a weapon, for instance, maybe with your lawn care business that you've talked about, if you're going to, you know, have a machete for chopping bushes down, you're allowed to have that, okay? But you cannot use a machete as a weapon against a person, etc. Okay? There's a lot of reasons why a normal person would be in possession of a knife, but there is not a lot of good reason why a person would use a knife against a person. So these are the things you got to keep in mind. To possess them is not necessarily illegal, but in the manner in which you are using them could be. You need to be careful with that, you know, etc. We'll have restrictions for your travel, and you know, just you really can't leave the state for a prolonged period of time without letting them know, because you have to do check-ins at least once a week, and we'll have a set number.
I wanted to take a trip to Jamaica.
Well, you could, but then you're going to have to let them know that you're going to be, and then they'll just retain your week of, you know, you have to check in once a week, so they'll retain your amount of community service hours that you're going to be ordered to do, because I will be ordering you to do some. You'll have to do back from your trip. I'm not going to bar you from leaving, but if you don't return, you will be a fugitive of the state, and I will have to put out a court.
Did you say community service?
Yep, community service.
Oh,
yep.
That's awesome. I always wanted to do that.
Well, you'll be doing it. You definitely will be doing it. Now, I do want to actually, now that I've just gotten down to the role of family and friends portion of our little discussion here, I do have some questions for you. let me open this up again. You can come back up here. I want to ask you a question about
Yeah.
Jet Carter, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So on October 18th, I'm finding it. You were assaulted by Jet Carter. This is a report written by, I don't know, let me see, Jay Stevens, I guess. It's a DOC officer, I'm assuming.
Yes.
This is basically the beginning of it. As Pookie Wookie woke up in the morning, Jet Carter was already awake and roaming Bolingbroke cell block. Pookie claims that he had no idea who Jet was at this time. Jet had approached him out of nowhere and told Pookie that he would like him to pass along a message to the hobo gang, but didn't give a message or say anything else to Pookie after that statement, and then he proceeded to stab Pookie in his stomach, which resulted in Pookie needing medical attention for his wounds, which you were then escorted to the infirmary. So my question is, what is this to a alleged hobo gang? What is that?
Well, it's nothing really. It's just
Well, it can't be nothing because you were stabbed over it. So
hobo gang is basically just an idea. It's an idea to look out for other people that are less fortunate, that live under the means, that might not have their own house or support structure of their own. It's not a gang. It's not a gang at all. Actually, the term in hobo gang is not the gang part is not serious. It's more of a meme. We hate gangs. We don't like gangers. We call gangers gangers because they're gangbangers. We don't like them, and we try to stay away from crime and gangbangers and stuff like that. And we try to look out for ourselves. We don't have a leader. We don't have a structure. It's just all for one and one for all. And you could be a hobo. Anybody could be a hobo. It's not about even a financial state. It's just about where you're at in life. So, hobo gang is not an organization or a gang. Anybody could be a part of it. You could be hobo gang. It's more of a term or a saying that I use for anybody that is living the same life that I'm living. And that's the truth, honestly.
Okay. So, Mr. Adler, are you familiar with hobo gang?
I've read some reports in my time.
Hey, is
at
it a
the SAO.
criminal organization? Is it like recognized by the police department as being a criminal organization at all? Or is it a meme? Is it a joke? Like
I'd say it's probably somewhere in the middle. I don't believe the police department recognizes it at this moment in time, though.
Okay. Federally speaking, a gang is a group of, what is it? Probably 5 or 6 or more people who have engaged in, I don't know, federal like felony offenses, probably related to physical force against other people, like kidnapping, which we know that you were found guilty of, pled guilty to, or controlled substances, or human trafficking, like, other crimes, really. Just like, I think technically it would just qualify if you were a member of an organization that committed crimes together. So my next question to you then is, hold on, I wrote down their name here. Somewhere. Willie Johnson and Ernie Gimp, are they considered hobo gang?
Well, that's the thing, is that the gang part it's literally just like we just like the way that it sounds, and we're a group of hobos that hang out together. So really, we're just hobos. Like that's we call ourselves Hobo Gang just as kind of as a joke to other gangs and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
we don't participate. We don't go out there and start any issues. And no, we don't go out and like plan and
Mhm.
participate in crime like other organizations do or anything like that. Anything that we get into
Mhm.
is us reacting to basically things that happen to us. Like, and we just get tossed into it, or and it's not even a gang really. It's just a group of people that met under a bridge that look out for each other from time to time.
Is that literally what happened? You met under a bridge?
Yeah. I mean, most of us we right over there by the South Side Bridge by the ammunition. Yep, right over there, Olympic Freeway.
That's fascinating. Okay. That was basically my concern. If Mr. Adler states that Hobo Gang is not an officially recognized gang, as a criminal organization, I suppose, then I would just say this. I'm trying to decide whether or not the accomplices to this crime need to be avoided or not. I understand and recognize that it is extremely difficult
Oh,
to not be around certain individuals, especially if you subscribe to the same religious beliefs or moral system as you're kind of suggesting that Hobo Gang might be. Um, and I would like you to be able to, I don't know, find solace in friendships. Because I don't know if you have any family, like a legitimate family, a mother, a father, a brother, cousins.
I have a long lost brother somewhere, but I haven't seen him in a long time, and yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, because I mean, family and friends can play like
And
a major role of support for
just to
you.
be clear, when the things went down with Billy and those other the other two hobos there with
Mm-hmm.
me, they did not want to be a part of it at all. Okay, like from the time we picked them up to the time that I shot, and I don't even
Right.
think they shot at all.
Mm-hmm.
It was me, and it was the crack, and it was the anxiety, and I just panicked. You know what I mean? And it was they didn't want it to happen, and I honestly feel horrible for it because those same people, those people went to jail, spent hundreds and hundreds of months, so much money. But you know what? Those same people, if I get out today, they're not gonna hate me. They're not gonna say I was in jail for 400 years and 400 months and you cost me so much. They're gonna be like, I'm so glad to see you, Pookie. And that's what a real friend does.
I can appreciate that. Okay, let me think.
And we all learn so much from this whole ordeal. And I feel like, I've had some visits with um hobos since I've been in, and they've told me like they learned a lot from this whole thing, and that they're turning their life around. The people that were doing drugs and doing things, they're not doing those things anymore, and they said they want to do whatever is best for me, and they don't want to risk getting in trouble on my behalf just because it might look bad.
Right. Excuse me, that's me.
So yeah, I'm ready to move on. I'm too old for all that anyways. I'm just trying to live my life and get past all this.
Yeah, can appreciate that. Um, Okay, so let's do that. Do you have just again to kind of go over it, right? You're going to receive harsher punishments. Sorry, let me back up another step. I think that it is worthwhile giving you a shot at parole. I'm going to grant it under the conditions that we've kind of discussed, and I will briefly roll through those again for you real quick. And if
Yes.
you have any like issues with it at that point, then we can discuss.
Okay, that sounds great. Oh my God. Yeah. Let me know. Let's go over it.
Okay, let me see. Gonna prepare it here. Okay, I need a couple of things from you. So let me see. It's gonna be a little bit difficult because you don't really have a home address. So your name is Pookie Wookie. CID is 13728. Okay, do you have a phone number that is reliable that they could get a hold of you with?
Me?
Yes.
I don't know it off the top of my head, and I don't have a phone on me. If Ben gives me his phone, I could just get it. Oh wait, no, Ben, do you know it? No, probably not, right?
No, I don't have.
Anybody
your
have his
phone.
phone number?
I can give him my phone if he has a
I
SIM
gave
card
you
on
my
it.
I
phone.
can get it. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, you got it.
I believe I have his phone number.
Oh shit, did you drop it?
No, I think he's gonna read it off.
Oh,
Might
okay.
be out of date though. We'll have to.
If anyone can just give it to me if they.
I
think that
believe I
that's it.
have it, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
Apparently, I don't
It
have a phone,
is
but I'm holding one. I don't know. Sorry.
487 109 8632.
Okay, and what would be a good home address to put down for you then? Do you have like a
Oh me,
street?
yeah, Alta Street,
Alta Street? Okay. Do you know what apartment number you are?
A31. All right, I got it here. My number.
Okay. Is it 487-109-8632?
That is it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Here you go, Ben.
All right, we're going to quickly go over it again. So just so you know, you'll be charged with harsher punishments for crimes for the next 6 weeks. Try not to make any, of course. Everyone is expected to obey all of the laws that we have. If you do manage to get any misdemeanors, you will only be allotted to get 2. While you're out on parole, you need to make your parole officers aware whenever you get charged with a crime. For your supervision strategy, you okay, so this is kind of up to your parole officers, but basically they could include, but are not necessarily limited to, reporting to them, just like, checking in with them in the daytime or in the evening time, random drug testing, doing your community service, which is required, minimum of 40 hours a week, and one-on-one meetings as requested with your parole officer. Though they will schedule those with you. They are not to just be like, you have 20 seconds to get to VPD or else. They will tell you, hey, I'm going to meet with you. What time works for you? You guys can work it out because, again, you're expected to hold down some kind of a job. And you can go over topics such as, struggles that you may be facing if you're attending any drug and alcohol rehabilitation, you've gotten a job, those kinds of things. There'll just be discussions to be had with you and your parole officer. Your parole officer will be appointed to you from the state attorney's office. It could be one person. It could be multiple people. They will be checking in on you over the course of the next 6 weeks, but at least a minimum of 1 time per week. Also, update this. Hold on. They may instruct you to come to the courthouse, to the Spoochie Police Department, to the Pillbox Medical Center, or another location. The reason they may have you go to Pillbox is to do your drug testing. You must submit to law enforcement searches of your residence, vehicle, possessions, and your person with your parole officer. You have to comply with it as it is a lawful order. If you try to contact your parole officer by the phone and they're not available, you should try to reach out to them by other means, like a text or an email. If you don't have any other means of communication to require them or to meet with them, you can get a hold of your lawyer, and your lawyer can reach out to me and let me know. But please be aware that telephone contact, an email, a text message, or tweeting at them, any other form of communication that is not face-to-face does not count as a visit during your weekly visit. You have to go see them in person at least once a week. If you move from your Alta Street apartment, you need to let us know within 48 hours so we can update your paperwork, and your parole officer needs to be aware of where they can find you. We talked about how you've got an employment requirement. We want you to have some kind of gainful employment during your time. If you have any change in your job, if you get one, including being demoted or laid off or suspended, you should report that to your parole officer. Drugs. Use of a controlled substance, unless prescribed to you by a physician, is illegal. We have legal use of cannabis in the state of San Andreas. You will be able to use cannabis, but you may not be in possession of more than a legal amount. You may be expected to undergo urinalysis, which is a drug test, or other types of drug testing, maybe blood sample, etc., hair testing. If they detect any drugs, it will constitute a violation of your supervision. And you should not attempt to dilute your urine sample or otherwise mislead a drug test, because then you will also be in violation of your supervision. We talked about weapons. We went over that pretty thoroughly. I'm not going to really go into that too much. You should have an understanding of what those are. If you do have questions, you can talk to your parole officer about it, or you can talk to your lawyer about it. And again, we talked about travel. You need to let us know if you need to reschedule your, your required community service. I'm not going to place any restrictions on you or your friends in this hobo gang lifestyle, because the way that you have delivered it to me, for the record, it seems to be more of a moral or religious gathering of people. And I think that religion can be a very powerful tool and a resource to someone who is trying to correct their path in life.
Yeah, praise Dale. Praise Dale.
Yes. Or whatever that might be. And they may be, sometimes we have friends and we have family, and we have family by choice, right? Those are your friends. So any significant others that you have, we encourage you to have them involved in your recovery process and in your parole process. They can help you make better choices. I expect you as an adult to know what you should and shouldn't be doing by this point, because that's how you ended up in this predicament in the first place. So you should try to make yourself be aligned with productive and law-abiding citizens. And, I shouldn't have to worry about that too much for you, I hope. It's important that if you have a discussion with your parole officer and they have concerns about your behavior and that it could jeopardize your success on your supervision, that you address that, and that it be discussed, and that we kind of take action against it to make sure that you don't end up back in prison. So make sure that you look at your parole officer as a resource, because they will also help you to make sure that you're sticking on the right path. Okay, and then in conclusion, the conditions of your parole supervision are the set of rules you and your parole officer will use in working together to help you successfully complete your period of supervision. If you form a close relationship with your parole officer and you can talk freely with them, then there may be a mutual feeling of trust, and you should be able to follow these rules without very much difficulty at all. You, your family, significant other friends, and or employers need to discuss any problems that you might have which can affect your supervision or acceptance by the local community with your parole officer. So minor problems that are not discussed with your parole officer almost always become serious problems. And by then, it may be too late to do anything about those problems. It's the person who does not confide in their officer and is not willing to discuss the problems that they are facing who usually ends up violating the conditions of their parole and leads them to be referred back to the court for review of their supervision. So they're here to help you successfully complete your supervision. So just going over all that again, you will meet with them every week, 40 community service tasks a week, total of 240 tasks. I'm going to give them a tracker to literally track it. You have to be there in person. They will sign off on it and give it to me at the end of your parole. All of that sound pretty understandable and agreeable to you?
Yes, ma'am. It does, and I will make you proud, and the public.
Your Honor, Boogie. Your Honor.
Yeah, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. You're fine. You're fine. And then let me make sure this is set up for you correctly. I'm basically going to need to sign this just to make sure that you have acknowledged that you understand. And then I'm going to have at least one of the state attorneys sign it. And I can have Benjamin sign it as well on your behalf.
Can we also get some clarity on who his parole officer is going to be, if we can do that today, just so that it's not left?
Hopefully- Yeah, Bryce, are you willing to take this on solo, or are you going to leave this up to a group kind of a thing? I know that's what they ended up doing for a couple of other people that have gone through this process. What's your gauge on this? Do you think that you're going to be able to meet with him once a week?
Yes, I'll definitely be able to meet with him once a week. But I will also leave it open if I'm not around. He could talk to other SAO. They could just pass the information along to me.
Okay, so between you and Malara, do you think that the two of you can make this work?
Oh,
or
for
is there
sure.
someone else that you should appoint as a secondary other than Malara? I'll leave it up to you. I think that you would know more than I would.
Yes, I'll be able to fulfill the duties, Your Honor.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna, let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna put this into the docket so that y'all can, and if you can send this on to Mr. Wookie as well.
We'll do.
And it has, oh, I need to, hold on. To make sure that you're able to actually sign it and see it. That would be tragic. Didn't do it, did it?
No.
Nope.
Nope. All right, give me 1 second.
Your Honor, if we have any further questions to ask, do we ask them now or afterward?
Want to ask about this?
No, I wanted to ask a question about earlier when you mentioned
About
Pookie
now.
Wookie seeking employment or looking for a job.
Okay, what about it?
He still has his friend group, and they have converted the name of their towing to Hobo's Towing. And if he was interested in that work, could conflict with the restraining order for Nadia's restraining order. In terms of that, would there be any exceptions in place for the workplace in regards to that restraining order, or is the restraining order just for everything all around?
That's interesting. I didn't even consider that. But they're not, trying to think here, because they're not really sanctioned to work in a specific area, right? Like these are kind of independent companies and they could be called sporadically random places. It's kind of difficult to
Absolutely,
gauge
Your
whether or
Honor.
not
The
a
issue
hobo will
is-
get it or... Go ahead.
The issue is, Your Honor, Nadia, as I've been told, has an office that's within, I guess it's the 300-meter range of the actual tow yard that everyone needs to go to.
Uh,
So-
Absolutely, Your Honor.
I've got some my own personal issues with that restraining order, but
I do as well. Okay. I will grant an exception for use of the tow yard, because I recognize that that is, a position that you've already worked, and I think that it is a noble employment, track. I don't want to prohibit you from doing that. It's not really your fault that there's only one accessible place for a tow yard. I think that we can amend, or I will attach an addendum to this restraining order, as it exists, to make it so that you are able to go to the tow yard for the purposes of utilizing it, not to be too close, not to disturb this other company. Um, the whole restraining order is kind of not specific enough, in my opinion. It doesn't really outline too much in terms of what Nadia's tow jobs is, because I don't think that that is recognized by the state as an official business, as it were. So it's kind of, I don't really know what that means. It also doesn't list like where her business is. I would amend it to say wherever her business is, you shouldn't go. But if her business needs to use a tow yard, and it's not just her business, it's not an exclusive thing to her business, then it is okay for you to go there. But if she is there, you should leave.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I would leave right away.
Also, if
will you be
the-
amending this for all subjects on the restraining order, or will it just be
I'm
an
just gonna
amendment for
put-
Mr. Wick?
I'm going to put it on the restraining order, because it seems like they're all three on it, which I also take issue with.
Yeah. I
Um,
will speak to the attorney who signed and created this separately
Yeah.
about some of the deficiencies. I just want
Yeah.
to make sure my client's held to hand.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm going to put the addendum on the actual restraining order, since it has all of them on it. So it would apply to all of them. And it's their own fault for not, putting it against different people if the circumstance needs to change. Did you have a different question, Miss Albright?
Yes, if he does do the hobos towing, if he does think about it, and he does his tow work, and the tow work has to bring him within vicinity of Nadia's business, because there's a car that they have to tow there, could there also be an exception for that proximity as well, as long as they're doing work?
Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to amend it, is proximity will be amended. As
Mhm.
long as he's not breaking the no contact provision, I think that's
Mhm.
okay. He doesn't have to talk to her to leave, unless
Absolutely.
he has to talk to her to leave because she's in
Yes.
the way or something.
Yes, I am asking these questions because an
Mhm.
incident did occur where Ernie Gimp had violated the restraining order. Charges were not pressed on him though, but he had violated the restraining order because he had to tow a vehicle in proximity of Nadia's business, and the police were called to arrest him.
So they called the police. She called the police because they were
Yes.
towing a car.
Yes.
This restraining order on the surface seems very predatory, Your Honor.
It does seem predatory. I completely agree with that. Yeah, I'm gonna put in the distance provisioning, because
Thank you, Your Honor.
they're not a I don't know. Show me their. Don't they have to get like a business license to be like a recognized? Like it's different if this man was going to the location of her business. Just because her business utilizes a public resource doesn't mean that she owns it and she can just call a restraining order on him for using it. That's hostile. It's unreasonable to have that exception, or sorry, that expectation. So I will be putting in an exception for it.
Yes,
Thank you, Your
there are
Honor.
reports of that, Bryce.
Okay. Let me look.
Sorry.
Which report was it in for what did you, Ernie, right? Which is another.
Yeah, Ernie Gimp, Willie Johnson, Pookie Wookie were the three subjects on it. Do you need the base restraining order? I can send that over in the doc.
Yes.
There's the base restraining order there.
Okay, perfect.
All right, Pookie. So I've received your parole agreement. I'm just going through it before I ask you to sign it. just give me a couple of minutes. I'm also trying to deal with this other issue.
Yeah, no problem. And I mean, I know it's not. Maybe I don't have to bring it up, but one of the main reasons is that she literally claimed the tow yard as her own.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm fighting that separately. We'll
Okay.
deal with
Maybe
that
the
later.
restraining order first, but make sure that he reads and you kind of go over that parole agreement with him.
Yes.
Okay. And did you want to consider, because it is Monday, technically still kind of, did you want to consider today? Are we going to work on Monday through Sunday schedule for
Okay,
the weeks,
Cookie,
or would you
if,
like to start next week and give him this first week off? Or do you want to start right away and set him up with community
take a peek on
service?
this
Like, what would be
tablet. This is
agreeable
your
for both sides?
restraining- Or not your restraining, your parole agreement.
Mhm.
I'm willing to give him a day if you want to consider this week 1. We'll start Sunday
So
through Saturday.
Everything the judge
know.
talked about is in here.
So Sunday
I
we'll
can
start
go
a new
over it
week. Do you get
thoroughly
what I'm
with you.
saying for his
I
community
don't
service?
plan on just dumping you
Yes.
after you get out of here. I will
So
be
if
right
we want to
along
start
along the way.
the time today, we could do that Monday through Sunday. Not a problem.
Okay. Or we could do that, or we could just credit him a day and we'll call it Sunday through Saturday. So Sunday we'll start a new week. I think that's
You
probably
want me to
easier
sign
for
it?
everyone to.
I just want to go over it later.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Well, you'll
Okay.
need to sign it
Alright.
before you get released.
Okay.
So you can
So
sign it. I'm
starting
reading
the
it. If
week
I
of
see
the
any major
23rd.
deficiencies, I'll let you know.
So you'll have to get together with your parole officer, Brass or Malara, to get your 40 hours done for this week. And then on Sunday, it'll start the new week. So if you get with them on Sunday, then you'll have to do your second amount of 40 hours. So you need to get those done before Sunday. Is that clear? Do you get that? Pookie
Yeah.
wookie?
Yes, I do. Sorry, I was signing something.
Where does that name come from?
Oh,
Like, where
I'm
does your
sorry.
family originate?
Well, my Pookie Wookie, all right, was I'm actually the third, so I'm Pookie
Oh.
Wookie the third, and my grandfather, right, he grew up in a project complex, okay, called New Jack City, and he was really bad into the drugs, and he died at a very young age due to the crack epidemic. So
Oh.
it's been a fight, you know, generational fight.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
that-
But where does your
at
family
one-
originate from?
At one point, Biggie Smalls even mentioned my father in a rap. Yeah, he said in one time, he said kind of like how the crack did the Pookie, and he was talking about my grandfather in that lyric.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But that's Pookie Wookies. You know, that the Wookies. You know, I got brothers. You know, there is my uncle Dookie. You know, he's the king of Dookies. Dookie Wookie, the king of Dookies.
Okay, right. That's a lot to unpack there, Bookie Wookie.
Take your time.
Yeah, let me keep, yeah. Okay.
I know I've lived a glorious life. I should really write a book.
Yeah.
You can come stand back here, Pookie.
Okay.
You don't have to stand up here.
Your Honor, we do have another thing
Okay,
to bring
sure.
up.
Go ahead.
So Nadia's Tow Jobs does actually have a contract with the SASP. So if Nadia is at the PD for that contract purposes, they could have like a conflict if they're both there.
With the okay. So
Yes.
yeah, obviously they should be able to go to the Vespucci Police Department if they need to be at the police department. She can't bar them from getting help, you know.
Yeah, we figured it would be worth bringing up though.
Okay, I'll just make a list of all the places. No, I'm not. Hold on. But thank you for pointing that out. I did not know that.
So, Your Honor, in this state, are restraining orders two-way or one-way? In your opinion?
I'm confused by your question.
In some states, restraining orders are two-way. In that, if someone files a restraining order against that person stays away, but then the other person also has to stay away.
Oh no,
they both-
it goes both ways. Yeah,
Okay.
it's mutual. Yeah, they both cannot talk to each other. She can't reach out to them and harass them when she knows that if they respond, that it would be a violation of their restraining order. She can't go somewhere. She can't go park outside of his home and be like, "You have to get 300 feet away from me." That's, she should be avoiding where they know that they will be, and they should be avoiding where they know she will be. It should be mutual. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I will
Okay,
outline that.
I'm
as
gonna bring
well.
that up because I just heard apparently Nadia is sitting at the tow yard.
Okay. Well, there was a reason I wasn't yelling it.
Well, I'm
Benjamin
sorry, but we're
Tremblay.
looking at this restraining order right now, and it's affecting my client's ability to seek gainful employment.
Well, the reason I was considering whether or not to bring that up was because I don't know if we have that in writing. That was only something I heard just kind of in passing.
Can I just contest this restraining order entirely, Your Honor?
Well, you could.
I think I
Yeah.
might have to. I would appreciate if you did put in an amendment just to protect Pookie in the interim, but I am just
Mhm.
going to contest this entire thing.
Okay. I think that is very reasonable, and I will do that. I'm putting in the addendum now.
I also don't understand how a state licensed business has a state licensed contract or a non-state licensed business.
Yeah, it would have to be some kind of like a third party independent contract kind of a thing, but I don't know about exclusivity. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's kind of up to them, but I don't know.
I don't know.
It-
This all
they're-
leads
they're
me
not
to believe
recognized.
everything is predatory in nature. It really
The
feels
more
like
I
that.
look at it, the more it does seem that way, and I don't want to really put. I'm not trying to like state on the
No, I
record that they're
understand.
doing something predatory, but I can understand how it could be perceived as such. Yeah.
Bryce, Malara, can either or both of you sign that agreement as well?
Yeah. Just making sure.
Once
it's
you've reviewed
following.
it.
I'm okay. Just coming to the end of this court case, I think. Parole.
All right, Pookie. So there's nothing in this parole agreement outside of what we were expected and outside of what was talked about with the judge. You will have to show some effort to work. She hasn't outlined exactly what that is. So, if you're selling hot dogs, running a taxi, towing, as long as you're trying to earn some income,
Oh
I
yeah.
believe that'll suffice. Just, do it in earnest.
Yeah,
You have to stay clear of any type of charges. There is a covenant that you can do 2 misdemeanors without breaching entirely. I would say you don't want to do any, obviously.
This is a new courtroom.
You're supposed to be changing your life now.
Mr. Tremblay,
Yes, sir.
can you give Cookie your phone quickly and have him text
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
I don't think that's the right number because I just tried to text it and it is apparently unregistered. Even though that is what I have in multiple places.
Pookie, grab that phone there and text Mr. Adler. He's going to give you his number because I don't have it.
It's just 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Sure.
Okay, let's see here. What's the number?
There you go.
Oh shit, I just declined it. But yeah, I got it.
1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5.
There you go.
Yeah, I got you.
Just send him a text with your name so he has a confirmation of your phone number.
Got you. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good.
Actually, can I have that phone back? I'm sorry, Pookie. I would give it to you if I had a spare.
I swear I wasn't trying to take your phone.
No. After this, you should be getting a. And if you don't have a ride, otherwise I'll take you to go get the things you'll need. I think a lot will be up at Bolingbrook waiting for you after.
Yeah, I got.
Not exactly.
I think I had some stuff when I went in, so yeah, I should be able to get
Yeah,
that stuff back.
Okay, so what I was saying, there is a covenant here to kind of give you some safety in case you get picked up on misdemeanors. Obviously, my advice is don't do anything that you would have to worry about.
I think of a word here.
Yeah.
You
What
do
type of word?
have, you do have
Found
to
it.
admit to anything within 48 hours. I would say that includes a speeding ticket even. It says crime, so anything, any interaction really you have with an officer, you should talk to me and talk to your parole officer about, which would be one of those two, either Millar or Brett.
Yep.
Aside from that, there wasn't really all that much in here. You do have to have weekly appointments, no drugs. She said cannabis is fine, so you don't have to worry about that. But obviously, no crack, no meth, none of that shit.
Yeah.
Blood test, hair test, all of that's in, so you're not going to be able to escape it. Do not do it. It's not worth it. You
Yes,
will be
sir.
in violation immediately, and you'll go back to prison until someone wants
Anyone
to talk.
know off chance
Yes, sir.
what the street is in Davis where the tow yard is?
It's on
Roy
Innocence,
Lowenstein.
Roy Lowen-
Boulevard.
Innocence and Rothstein.
The only other thing, so weekly appointments, you will have to meet them in person. One of those two or another person. I can help you arrange that, but you should be able to get into the groove with it. You will have to do some community service tasks every week as well. 40 tasks. Shouldn't take you too long, but it'll help you better our city.
Yeah, no
Sorry,
problem.
Millar.
Is that your correct number, Pookie? I'm not able to
It's
text.
almost like the
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Bryce
I
has
think
it.
that's because I don't have my phone on. Because
you're not
I
kidding.
don't have my phone. I don't have a phone for some reason.
You said there's more
Oh, you
people.
don't
Because
have
when
a phone?
No,
Ricky,
when
you can take
Oh, God,
mine.
I have a snowball.
Oh, wait,
apparently.
here, you can have this phone. I have a
When
phone
he-
for you.
Oh, okay.
You have a
When
spare?
he gives
Oh,
me
thank
a
you. I have a
phone,
spare.
then
Here
I'm
you go.
able to. Oh, there's two. You want me to pull?
Oh,
the other
yeah,
one?
yeah. Put
They're
one down.
working
I
out
just
the
realized I
bail
just dropped the
conditions
iPhone as
because
well.
there's a restraining word that's beyond
There you go.
fucked up, so they're just working around it. Yeah. Apparently, Naughty's towing is predatory as fucking all their
Try
shit.
again.
Who would have thunk it?
Test. Oh. Can you
Yeah. They
check
pretty much
your
set up so that
phone?
the
Then if you
Just
go,
share your
person
number,
can't even
Ricky.
tell. They're trying
You
to
want my
make it
number?
so that the
yes.
person
Yeah,
is trying
alright.
to get
Sure.
bail
It's
and tows for them can't tell.
487. Oh yeah, shit.
But it's beyond fucked. And apparently they are
Nah,
contracted.
open
I
up
forget
your
how
phone.
to use.
Go to
It's
the
a new phone.
go to the contact, and then where it says
business,
my number,
technically.
just hit the
By
the
the
arrow.
at least the safe or whatever is committee.
Yeah, just like
Why don't you guys just hire your own?
Holy moly! Everybody's
far.
waiting for him to be free.
And yet
Shit.
they do this
That I don't
shit.
know. I didn't talk to anyone.
So maybe you
Contacts.
should notice
I'm
hire
so
people
lost
directly
in
who
this
work for the
phone.
state directly. They have to
Yeah,
Okay.
contacts, and you'll see my number at the very top. With
I don't
the-
even
your
see
number.
contacts in
Okay,
here.
at the
Okay,
bottom, press the
No,
phone.
I'm
Press
Oh,
the phone at
okay.
the bottom,
Need
and then
something?
go
Oh,
to
there we go.
contacts.
Yeah, twice.
Okay, that's
It's a
mine. I
different
just want
number.
everyone.
Oh, that's.
8801
There.
is
There, how about that? Okay, I think I got it.
I already have your number, Benjamin.
former sergeant, former
All right, there we good. We think we're good.
former badge number 44,
What-
former badge number 117.
Wait, Pookie, can you send your number again? I didn't get it.
I just sent you a
I
message.
found the med lab once.
Oh, you sent me a message?
Literally
Yeah,
got
did you
tonight
get it?
off the roster.
No, I didn't get it.
Oh shit, who did I send the
Yeah.
message to?
I think you sent a message to
And,
Bryce.
The
Not to
DA's
me.
office was
Wait,
like,
we'll check.
where
Okay,
are you
there we
going?
Oh, there it is.
Okay, I got that.
Fine, I'll
I
show
didn't
you.
get any messages. You
No,
got my
yeah.
number saved, Pook?
Like,
I think I,
Pep Bishop,
I think I sent
go to
somebody
the
my.
state for a larger
number.
Well, I
budget.
sent
I
you
got
my
the
name
number.
Hiring
and my badge number.
people with a clean record. That way you have a lot more control over it too.
Message.
With Nadia's, you have to rely on her to, hire and fire people that are,
I don't know if you guys heard, but apparently there's a
You
lot of
guys
people
have
outside. I went out and looked, and there's like 20 cars out
Oh,
front.
there, I sent
Oh.
a message.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
And there's a
Jonas
lot of
gonna-
hobos out there.
Oh, yeah,
Do
I got
we
it.
need to do something about that?
I don't know. I think he's getting released right after this. So that might be issues.
Let's go and have a look.
Yes, ma'am.
Go out like the side door. That's where I went.
Okay. Does that just about cover it? Are we all pleased with this amendment, the addendum to the restraining order? Better?
I'm just quickly reading that addendum. Thank you for everything.
My worry is that they're going to be.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So for some.
Ah. Why?
I don't know. I think we should
Oh.
take him out the side door.
Yeah. All right.
Looks good to me, Your Honor.
Yeah, for when you. Yeah, I'm sorry about that laptop. You were wanting to play
then
games.
I'm gonna go ahead and submit it and to our court records, and it will be therefore ordered, and we'll just consider it done. So, no contact
Thank you.
provision we're gonna keep active, but it goes both ways. If that was not abundantly clear, it should be now. And updated the stay away provisions. So that should be good to go. Should be set to release. He does not need to go back to prison unless he needs to gather anything, and he's free to go underneath the
We
parole
just need your
supervision.
signature, Your Honor.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
maybe I
parole.
should sign it. Yeah.
Little
Okay, let me
important.
do that. Okay, and then once he completes all the community service, you can see further down. I don't know if you guys looked down that far, but there is a return affidavit, so it needs to be filled out by your parole officer, and then we will schedule. Hold on, this is not right. This is the wrong one.
Honestly, I thought it looked like the expungement one.
Yes, I don't know what happened there. Let me see. Hold on, give me a minute. Now, that's interesting. Let's try this one. Well, hold on.
Alright, so you will, like I was saying, you will have to do 40 community service tasks per week, 6 weeks in total of parole. So that's 240 tasks. Those won't take long. They're they're generally done in Legion Square, though some of them might be given directly at VPD, depending on how the officer is feeling it. Other than that, I think everything's been outlined. The big one
I'm
is
gonna have to fix that
you will
for
have to,
everything.
be on your best behavior, which I'm sure you will be. Yeah, what's up?
Cookie, do you have any issues with FSM?
Who?
FSM, the gang?
No, I don't
Mafia.
think so. No.
There's a large number of them outside currently.
Yeah.
I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you outside, like out the same door we came in, and you can just go straight into the unmarked car again, and we can take you to VPD or wherever.
Yeah, it's like in
Yeah,
your
I believe
celebrity
he's
being.
gonna have to go up to bowling
I'm a
at some point
celebrity?
to get his stuff back. So.
Yeah, you will have to
Do you have
retrieve
stuff
his
there?
things.
I do have stuff up there I gotta get.
It's like your
Okay.
celebrity because you got like tons of fans outside.
Hell yeah, they're probably waiting for my album to drop.
Aren't we all,
Back down
Pookie?
right now if it was open.
Let
Aren't
me
we
see what it
all?
looks like outside.
Go to the side door.
Okay.
Hell yeah, but I think all you, you know, the DOC, you guys have been great. Lyra, I know we had a little bit of, you know, a misunderstanding, but, you know, in the end, you know, everything worked out, and I appreciate you and all the work that you guys do in the DOC.
Thank you.
And I'm really gonna try my best to make sure that I don't have to be in there again.
I mean this in the best way possible, Pookie. Don't come back.
I won't, man. I'm gonna be smart.
Good.
I'm off the crack. I'm gonna be smart, and I'm not gonna do crime.
Good. Good.
You
Good.
know, and as long as I do what I know is right, and I don't do any crime, then I'll be fine.
That's what I want to hear.
See, that's like the beginning of a song right
Okay.
there. See,
Hell yeah.
I managed to
was-
do it. So I've signed it. That is okay. No problem. Okay, so yeah, that'll be good. And then whenever they complete their parole in 6 weeks, then just I suppose we can keep this docket open. And then we'll just let me know, and then we'll just go over everything together. Again, it'll be a hell of a lot shorter than this one. I'm so sorry this took so long. I didn't even realize it's been about 2 hours of time. But imagine if you'd actually done something, you know, when you were locked up, or imagine if we had so much over.
yeah, I tried my
It's not
best.
been that bad at all. But I do apologize for the amount of time it took. It just kind of, these don't happen too often. So we'll revisit after you complete your community service and we go through everything. Hopefully nothing else comes up in that time. Hopefully you don't get arrested. Nothing else to report. And I hope that you do follow up and that you have Benjamin here follow up on your this restraining order. But I hope that we've come to like a pretty agreeable, you know, outcome for you today. And I really genuinely hope that you come out of this a lot better and that you don't make the same choices and that you're able to live a really good and fruitful life and a happy one with your friends and your loved ones around you. Okay.
Yes,
hoping for the
ma'am.
best.
Thank you. Thank you for being awesome at your job and, you know, listening to everything and doing what you think is best.
I was happy to. You should consider that country music album though. We are desperately lacking some homegrown country music in this state.
I'm more of a drill rap type of person.
Drill rap.
Yeah, it's a subgenre of.
Can you,
Never
like,
mind. Never
explain
mind.
it?
No.
Can you
No.
give us a sample, sir?
I love a sample.
Nah.
Oh,
No.
They give me.
You've been
what do
asked
they-
by the
what do
honorable
kids
judge.
call
You've been
it?
ordered.
You've been ordered by the honorable judge.
This is a lawful order,
You slapped
Pookie.
me a sweet 16. Is that what the kids say? 16 bars. Go.
Your Honor.
I can't do it on the spot. You're gonna have to wait for the album.
Okay. Can
I
come
can
to your
give you
album
one
release?
bar. I can give you one bar.
All right, I'll take
my
a bar.
God.
I said, Nadia's toe jobs. How many cops you got in the bed? That one got to the one to the head. Now it's your fault that Billy Blaze is dead.
Huh.
Well, good thing it's already been signed.
Those are the 4 bars
Hey,
that you
those
decided
are-
to go with.
Those are lyrics Those
Oh,
shouldn't
God.
be used against me in a court
Tremblay,
of law,
please.
right?
Tremblay, get this guy. Get this
So
guy.
on the record, we haven't quite come to a close yet, Mr. Whitby.
Oh,
Um,
God.
I
No,
said like I was talking about things that I have done
Oh, no.
in the past that I feel terrible about.
Didn't sound like you felt too terrible about it in those
Oh,
lyrics.
God.
Maybe your next 4 bars you can focus on, you know, how terrible you feel.
I definitely am gonna say that.
Okay, that sounds great.
It's just music. Listen, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a vent. It's just that I could vent, you know, my frustrations through my music sometimes, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe we avoid that topic.
Yeah, I'd love to meet
Maybe
about
country
your
music.
album release. Maybe country music is the way, you know. Maybe you try.
I'll
that
try.
thrill thing.
I love Dale Earnhardt, so maybe I can't think about country. So, you know.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
no car
NASCAR.
crashes,
I recognize
please.
that name.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt. Yeah. Praise
Okay.
Dale. Praise Dale.
Oh, praise. Oh, that's.
Oh, that's the Dale you're
That's-
talking?
Oh. That's a religious. Okay, I'm not questioning your religious freedom or anything, but Dale Earnhardt, praise Dale. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if it keeps
Senior,
you out of trouble, I'm
junior.
happy for you to have it. Okay.
He was a great man. He was a man of culture
Senior.
and morals, and you know, he
Oh,
was
do
like a
tell.
father
What kind of
figure.
culture?
A great culture, a culture of, you know, people of the NASCAR type, and I love those type of people.
What's the NASCAR type?
They drive fast, they turn left, and they go hard for Dale.
Amen.
All right, that can
Yes,
go in a few ways.
Okay.
Jaspers, you're getting in on that.
Plead the fifth.
Come on, you know you hate Jeff Gordon.
Huh. Huh.
I don't know. He was kind of hot in the 90s.
This is not the 90s.
Yeah, but he
Hey,
was hot. What
yeah,
about-
but
Where is this
but
going?
what about-
Where
what
is this
about,
going?
Dale Jr. I mean, come on, he's kind of hot, right?
Okay, I'm just gonna I'm gonna close the record.
Thank
You
you,
know,
Your Honor.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Thank you all for attending today, and we will meet again after your 6-week community service, unless you commit a felony, and then I will see you sooner than that. Thank you all for your participation and your professionalism this evening. It was a pleasure to preside.
Man, can I if I drop a body on a track, like and I spit really hard
No.
lyrics, is that like
Come on, Pookie.
that's not
Can you
not
rephrase?
the same as like, you know, actual murder, right?
Oh, no.
I'm just it's like
Hey,
I'm
no, metaphors are not the same as actual murder.
okay, great. See that's what we need. That's perfect.
Okay, is that clear?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and
Thank
we're
you, Your
good.
Honor.
Okay, great. Thank you. You all have a good
Used it
evening.
to us before.
Court of Los Santos San Andreas is now adjourned.
All right. Have a good one.
Maybe we have him
You
submit his music to the SAO first. I don't know.
I would be willing to do that.
Of
You know,
all the
Pookie
bars
Wookie.
you could have dropped, that was the bar.
Hey, Pookie, come here.
I've never
get
heard
this
you be
thing
so relieved to something closing, Tremblay.
Oh, God.
That was probably not the best bars to.
That's a quote I'm gonna
No.
keep. You know, Pookie, that's a quote I'm gonna keep forever. The religion of Dale Earnhardt. They drive fast, they turn left, they go hard.
Hell.
Should we take him by surprise and just like run out of here?
Oh hell yeah, bro.
No,
I
they're
wanna see my
okay.
fans. I
So
wanna
so
see my
they're
look.
fans.
they're actually here for IDs because the courthouse was locked.
No, they're
Oh.
here for me.
Oh.
I want to see my fans. Let me talk to them.
Okay, if you want to go out the front, then
Well, it's your choice,
Yeah.
Pookie, but
Yeah, let's go out the
They
front.
advise-
there were people looking. Okay.
Yeah, let's go out the front.
Congratulations, Mr. Pookie.
Thank you,
I gotta
Jasper.
go thank the honor.
Stay out of
Thank
trouble
you,
out there.
everybody. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.
These doors are so
I'll
small.
wait for
Your Honor,
Pookie.
thank
These
you very
doors
much.
are
for
so
doing this. I
small.
appreciate you.
Holy shoot.
Welcome. Happy to help.
How do you open the
Thank
other
yeah,
knob?
ladies first. Ladies first.
Alright, I think I can open the other knob.
Free Pookie. Free Pookie.
Jasper, free Pookie.
Jasper, let him
Oh my
out,
God.
Pookie.
Let
Free
Pokey
Pookie.
go.
Free
Look,
Pookie.
Jasper's clapping. Hell yeah, Jasper.
Free Pookie.
Wait, Pookie, look who came.
Yay,
Oh my
Pookie
God.
free.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, so good to
Let's
see
go,
you, man.
Pookie.
So good to see you, man. Are you free?
So much. I'm free, guys. I'm
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, yeah, fuck
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
Pookie free.
You're
Oh my
free, but you have to be on-
family right here.
Guys,
This
you
is my
gotta-
family.
Guys, remember, he has to be on his best behavior, so don't get him involved in anything funky, okay?
Yes,
I say this a lot
You
to
can
you.
count on us.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it
okay.
this time. Stay out of trouble.
Oh, this makes me teary-eyed, guys. This is so great. I love you guys.
I love you too, Pookie.
I love
This
you.
is
Oh my
awesome.
goodness.
Love you, Pookie.
Mr.
Thank you
Pookie,
guys so
Well,
much, Ben.
Pookie, you want to go to Burger Shop?
Oh, wait,
Would you
wait,
like a
Bubba,
lift up to
Bubba, I have
Bolingbroke? Yes,
additional
ma'am.
good news.
What's that,
So-
ma'am?
So the restraining order.
I'll
for
ask
Ernie
him, ride
Haley
him up
Johnson,
if he
Cookie
needs one.
Wookie,
Okay.
Yep.
Thank
You guys are allowed.
Ben,
to
I owe you
work
so much,
freely
man.
without
let's
Alright.
go.
No, I'm just doing my job.
Yeah, he can handle himself
Yeah.
once he checks in.
He still needs to get up to Bolingbroke to get his
Yeah,
make his
Ben,
way up there.
Tremblay said he would.
stuff. All right, cool.
Well, I need to ride to VPD.
Remember the devil in that show?
God.
I've never heard Tremblay be so relieved to doing it.
He was just digging a hole.
He really was.
Just getting worried. I did not expect him to come out straight like that. I thought he was about to say, like, he's about to kill Nadia. I thought that's where he was going.
I mean, I've heard rumors about Nadia's,
Yeah.
but I've also heard rumors about Hobo.
Mhm.
And
I don't
Hobo
know.
aren't
When
as
she asked-
innocent as they may seem.
Yeah, when she asked if PD recognized hobos as a gang, that's why I said it's kind of in the middle. Because we used to have so many issues with but,
And the people
I
who've
think-
just come out to, that's more than 6.
yeah. Well,
Does
I'm
Malara
sure,
need a lift?
No, that's her car in front of it.
Yeah, the
Okay.
poor parking. It's on the red.
Or
You've
yellow tape?
parked. You've parked in a no parking zone. That's the red curb.
I think as you can see, somebody pushed my.
This is
Thing
where it was
away.
when we got here.
Oh, well, it was actually parked. Let me show you.
Mm.
It was.
A likely story, ma'am.
I mean, look at the. Do you not see the mailbox and the thing that's like?
No,
fallen
I
down,
don't
that
see a
pole?
mailbox.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a mailbox and a pole fallen down in front of the car, so I assume someone hit my car.
I see.
Yeah.
That's just a skinnier Pookie walking across the street over there.
Hey, Pookie's free!
Yay!
Yay!
He made it.
Brian, you got any copium on you?
Thank
Uh,
fuck.
One less person to worry about at the prison.
You just
Also, her question: how many? Is there a lot of cannibals at prison?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Are
Yeah.
Regular fine.
Yes.
Oh,
a
we got like
lot.
8 or 9 now. Maybe 10.
What?
Isn't that
We
new
might-
guy Tank? He's one ran.
Yeah. No, he's not been
Yeah.
charged with it. He's not been charged
Okay, but
with
he's a
it.
cannibal.
He
He
But
still
he's
eats
cannibal.
people though.
Yeah, he ate
He
part of
loves
my
blood.
neck. It was quite
Harry,
fun.
Yeah.
you and Knight need to talk with Norma Jean on expanding the facilities.
I think
It's
there
getting
is.
way too much.
I think Norma was contacted in Sam's time.
Hmm.
But yeah, there are times when there is so many inmates and so many COs and yeah.
I'll just need bigger facilities, like one block for the insane people, and one
That's
block.
most of the prison.
Yeah.
It's probably a
there a
little
difference between
cell
the
for
two
the
copiums that we got?
non-insane people.
Maybe like a block for the cannibals.
Terminated in 1-9.
To get out for food.
We need. I'll tell you what we need. We need EMS to come on duty because we're just accumulating 5150s.
That is also
Any-
true.
EMS is not around to clear them or anything.
Thank you for the
maybe
follow,
should get a
GT Man.
certification called 5150 certification from EMS.
Oh, I'd love that, but we
Oh.
won't get it.
Yeah, no
Aw.
shot.
It's hard enough to get for SAO to get results that they want the 5150.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can't
well,
believe that, man.
if you want to celebrate with Pookie, I heard they're going to Burger Shot.
I'm good. The prison is
I
I-
feel like
full.
she's probably had enough, honestly.
Yeah, the cannibals. I can hear the cannibals growling. I need to get back home. I need to get back.
Oh,
I need to get back to where I belong.
Yeah, the
Alrighty.
cannibals are feeling a little bit hungry right now, and
Yeah.
we might get a little.
Feeding time.
Yeah, we need to get a few sacks of blood up to tank.
Yeah, throw a recruit or two
Wait,
into
you
a
guys are
cell.
feeding him blood?
No,
Maybe.
I mean
Not
he had.
intentionally.
Yeah, not intentionally. My
Oh,
neck is
sacks
still
of blood as
full.
in people.
Yeah,
He's done that once.
twice.
He didn't do it to Allison. He only
He
managed
would
to
have
grab
done
her
it
under
to.
Oh, didn't? Oh, okay.
He took a hostage at PD the other day, and I think he probably would have. I think he might have done it. Sorry, I'm not sure.
Poor cadet.
I don't think
Yeah.
he did. I think I'm the only one he's managed to actually get into the skin.
No, he ripped Allison's wound open.
Disgusting.
He held her against. He didn't drink any of her blood. She had that wound expanded. Otherwise, he
Disgusting.
would have been shot, like straight out.
Fun times at the prison. as
Like
you
you
can
did with
see.
you.
Bishop was in
fun
charge of that one.
times.
He.
Yeah, but that was the right call. I would have shot him. That was stupid. What he was doing.
It hurt. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Ripping somebody's neck open where their major artery is.
Well, he bit it first and then ripped it open.
Yes.
Ah!
That is putting your life at risk.
Yeah.
I
You
can't
get shot.
remember much more from that apart from pain.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Alright, we dropping you off at VPD, Bryce.
Yes.
And we'll get back to our cannibal loves.
Yeah. Hey. Maybe I can lose a new finger.
No, no more losing fingers.
You still have 10 right now, or no?
No.
Oh,
I
God.
lost my pinky when I was a recruit.
I see.
It was in a cannibal stomach, actually.
So, how many cannibals have we got awake?
Awake?
Yep.
Hopefully.
Maya. The one that took my pinky.
Okay, she's not done anything for a while.
No, well, she's also had a mask on, so.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, she's calming down.
She better keep it on.
She does keep it on.
She's actually she
Forever,
was
man.
very hesitant at first, but she's learned.
She needs to take up some of that vegan pizza soup.
No, she's
702 plus 1. Plus 195.
she had me
should be
once
1023 at
call
Bowling
Burger
Grove.
Shot and just ask for human ribs.
Well, they do have them.
That's what I've heard, but not back then.
All right. Thank you, guy. It was fun.
Yep.
I'm glad you're free of him.
Great 2 hours. That was so long.
Oh, he just bolted like a.
Damn.
Hi.
He's getting on O'Brien's last nerve,
Oh, is he?
so that's good.
How is that? What's he doing?
So he's not putting in a formal complaint, so this is just conversation we're having.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly countermanding what I tell people, trying to get me to do things his way, contradicting what I say to the inmates. And yeah. That's the text I got from O'Brien when I said, "What's Gage doing?"
So being Gage.
Yeah. Is Gage aware of Chain of Command, by the way?
Yeah, he's
'Cause-
aware of where top of chain of command is.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of. Well, he's aware of where you are in Chain of Command. I'm very familiar. He's very familiar with that part of it. But every time he goes over radios, at a 196. It's like I'm right next to him. He could ask me.
I think I might, next time somebody says 196 to me, I might just go, is there another person? Is it one that you can bring up the chain of command?
Where's Bobby? Where's O'Brien?
Where's the senior correction officer? Where's the corporal? Where is the sergeant?
Mm-hmm.
I think I might just do that.
You start enforcing it, yeah.
Because, yeah, I do get called a hell of a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than it was, but... Oh dear,
not the-
Street K.
I'm sorry?
Look at the left. To your left.
Oh, left. Oh, I was looking right. Oh, wow. Interesting. Wild what happened to him.
A police car.
That looks like it could be a BCSO, but it's got a tail fin, so I don't. The BCSO got fins?
Let's make a circle round.
No.
Doesn't look like it.
It's an odd choice for a color. I need to go 42. I am so tired.
Let's fuel up and let's get to Bolingbrook.
Yeah, I need to put my stuff away, head home, because I got a house now because I bought it from Gage.
Still leave Abraham with Gage.
No, he's going 42 soon as well, I believe. Yeah, I said because he wanted to tag me in, like I tagged him in the other night. But I said, oh no, I'm going 42 as soon as I get home, or as soon as I get back to Bolingbrook. So I said, tag Gage or Jay in, and then I followed it up with tag Jay.
I mean, either is just as bad.
Is Jay that bad, really?
Sometimes.
I haven't dealt with her as much.
Oh, Jay Stevens. No, Jay Stevens.
No,
Jace.
not Jace. Jay.
Jay's probably the better option.
Is Jace on duty?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, no, he is. Huh.
Jay, Jace, and Gage. Did I just see Daphne?
Oh, look at that. Where's the rest of the gang?
What?
Charles? What's going on? What are we looking at?
Just no understanding. Why?
This is why we don't work here. This is why we work up at Sandy, technically. This place isn't meant for people like us. It's strange and confusing.
I love how you say that, and yet we have the most insane, most dangerous people.
702, just that one back for 55.
Yes, but we know where they all are. At the very least, they're inside a set of walls.
Are you sure? Because sometimes we can't even find them.
Yeah, well, if they go too far, the locals will bring them back. I know that for certain. You coming trick-or-treating with us, by the way, on over the weekend?
As long as it's not Sunday.
I think Friday or Saturday, I believe, was what Allison was. Because apparently Matthews told Allison to do more things away from Mendoza. So she's planning a trick-or-treat thing with DOC. I have to go home and decorate my house. Or at least keep going.
I think we put you in support of like well-being. Doing
What?
well-being events.
Me? Or Allison?
No, we put. Oh, who was it? O'Brien.
Oh, Brian's gonna be in well-being?
Yep.
He is the angriest man.
Yeah, but he also knows how to look after people.
Fair.
I mean, we suggested to him that we have a Halloween party where we do the opposite of Ted Nessie and just dress up as Ted Nessie.
656 is returning to yard.
He didn't reply to that.
No, I can't imagine he would.
Same traffic.
Maybe we should do it with Frock and just have a bunch of fire.
Still haven't met that guy.
No, I haven't either.
Hmm.
Oh, I have met him. Why am I saying I haven't? No, you haven't.
No. Never awake at the same time. It's weird. I like the idea of dressing all the inmates up in like super scary murder outfits and locking them in their cells and then doing like a guided tour of the most violent people in Los Santos.
Good golly, do you want them to actually live beyond the prison?
I mean, they can sign waivers.
Do I need to stay in one of the cells? Because apparently I'm super scary.
Well, no, you haven't killed anybody.
Who is this?
I don't know.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hello.
Right. What?
Is that a hearse?
Yep.
Hello.
Hello.
Out of curiosity, are any lifers awake?
Howdy.
Why?
I know.
What is your curiosity?
We want to visit them. Spread some cheer to poor people that are stuck in prison forever.
Yeah, like
I'm-
something. We may say something like this, you know. Is not a bad thing, legit.
I mean, because you don't know their names, I can't permit you visitation with them. I do apologize, but we can give them stuff from you.
That's not bad. I mean, at least you make a care package.
So what you're confirming is there are lifers in there. You just can't tell us who it is.
Yeah, you have to request visitation by name.
Because if we said that, you could, for example, one of you could have a severe grudge against an ex-lifer, like a lifer, and potentially harm them. So.
Of course, of course. Well, all right, no big deal. We're just trying to, walk around, just converse. It shouldn't just like waste away. So,
Well, we understand. We appreciate we appreciate the sentiment, but
Now, my question is, how would we be able to hurt them if they're on the other side of the wall?
There's there's ways.
You could get them riled up. You could get them riled up and send them back in with us, and then they become a danger to everybody.
Well, that's your problem after that.
That's how.
for
Yeah,
you too.
you asked how they could hurt. You could hurt them.
Yeah, we're not hurting
Okay.
them.
I will give that to them.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Give me a moment, Bobby. Why is it missing a tire?
Do we need to go repair this? I'll grab a repair kit.
I have a repair kit.
Also, there's no
Why
repair
is the
kit.
Crown Vic damaged?
There's no repair kit or med bag in the back, by the way.
Hadley, were you last to drive it?
There you
It's
go.
missing a whole tire.
I was last to drive it, but it didn't have a tire.
You drove it all the way from BPD without a tire.
It had a tire.
Which
Well,
one
it
was
doesn't
this
anymore.
one? Is this the first one?
Yes.
No, that wasn't us. No, we had the second one.
Why was this hat in there?
Jace
hat
had
was
it.
the only thing.
Jace.
Jace had what? That ain't my hat. I don't wear that weird blue hat.
You were the last one to put this in.
I wasn't the last one to put that in.
Yes,
we
you
have
were.
records.
Wait, was I?
Yes.
Yeah, we have records.
Well, it didn't have a flat tire in my eyes.
You're right. It didn't have a flat tire. There was no tire.
I mean, it was all good for me. I mean, whenever I put it away, it went poof. The tires went poof as it went away.
Only way I know that I'm gonna get it back down at VPD.
I didn't do it.
You were the last one with it.
You did it, 100%.
496 is gonna go 42.
458 in traffic.
Stop laughing. I don't know what happened right there.
I want you to know that I dislike you both for leaving me here.
So just tag someone else in.
Six 5-6, you're tagged in. Good night. Going 1042. Congrats, you are now in charge. 440 going 1042.
I didn't say you could leave.
He's corporal now.
Thank you guys for your service.
Thank you for your hard work.
Have a good night.
Hey, O'Brien.
Yep.
I could have said the Q word before going to the court case.
Oh, there was no need. We had a situation earlier that was caused by somebody else saying that word.
Hi.
Sure was quiet tonight for me. Alright, 458.
Really?
Have a great evening.
Who are you?
Are you
Who?
a felon?
No.
Don't mind him.
What up, dog?
Hi,
This is
Archer.
Archer.
Or better, Archer.
You want to come to Bolingbrook?
Mwah.
Who are you?
Lyra.
Oh, yeah, I know you. Okay. Oh, I didn't recognize you at first. Are you fucking sucking him off? What the hell was that?
Why do you jump to that?
I don't know. I'm weird.
You are. Don't listen to him.
Well, the first thing he asked me was whether I was a felon or not.
Well, you were a what?
Lola, I'm gonna need you for a photo shoot.
Okay.
I'll send you
Hey,
a picture of what
Archer.
I want to do.
Okay, I'm down.
I'm
As long as
going
you have a plan.
home.
As long as what?
Okay.
So as long as you have a plan.
Yeah.
I love yous.
Check your emails. You'll see the picture.
Mm-hmm. I love you too. Have you been
Archer,
behaving
did you
for
want to
Mentos
go
and Allison?
inside?
Good boy. Okay. I'm gonna go home. You look after Lola. Especially Lola.
Yeah, watch out for Lola. She crazy bitch.
I can
You're
handle
a good
myself.
boy.
What?
Mwah.
He's so dramatic.
Oh, the swinging. Okay, I'm going home.
Alright, Archer, let's go inside.
Are we going inside or are we going outside?
I think let's go inside now.
Oh, holy shit. Oh, it is very late. Sir,
How you doing?
please park your car in the parking spaces.
But,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
oh shit! Ah! Yeah, as I'll move my car.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're all the way back at VPD to...
Austin, you're literally dense, bro.
We're nearly there. And up we go. Oh, there's a rental. Okay. Bright ass ending scream coming up. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you to GTA Money for the follow, Costa for the follow, Mag for the raid, Cornfed for the follow, Savage Player for the 2,300 biddies, Higgins Racing for the follow, Jawa follow for the follow, Arafu for the raid, Creeper Zone for the follow, and Aversa King for the follow. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for being amazing. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Let's go and raid Pookie Wookie. You're all amazing people. Oh, good golly. I hope you have a wonderful evening. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.